Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to my match here on WWE 2K25. I really wish you could remove people's renders. I don't know, for some reason when you download a core, the render is stuck and you cannot get rid of it. I cannot figure out for the life of me how to do it, but this one is Chyna, Nicole Bass, and Aysa. So Chyna, of course, is representing WWF today. She is the big powerhouse female from the Attitude Era and currently sits on our ranking system in 13th on +8 after 15 matches, after a really good 2024 with 6 from 6. However, with the success that Chyna had in WWF, which is disputable, don't get me wrong, she was successful in the way that she was used, but she wasn't exactly a cracking in-ring competitor, shall we say. But she had a lot of success, and that led to the other companies trying to create copies. And that's exactly what WCW did here with Aysa. Yep, you can see where this is coming from. Chyna and Aysa. Yep. This is the first time we're going to be using Aysa in our universe mode, and obviously that means that she is on 0 from 0. But again, it's a big, massive, muscly female powerhouse. Powerhouse. I mean, this core isn't bad in fairness. I mean, the face isn't perfect, don't get me wrong, but the core itself, the attire is pretty good. Let me have a quick look up. Aysa. Wrestler. There we go. I mean, the face isn't actually terrible, you know. It's not incredible, but it's not terrible. Maybe Chyna and Aysa could be a tag team. But yeah, this was WCW's iteration of Chyna. I don't know how well it went. She only wrestled in WCW for 2 years. She joined in 1999 in April, appearing as the head nurse for Ric Flair. Okay, that's interesting. She then became a valet, returned to WCW. In the May the 3rd, 1999 episode, she was a head nurse again to Flair and called out Macho Man Randy Savage. Did she ever wrestle? I don't think she did. She was renamed as Double D, believe it or not, alongside Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, and Samantha, which was Tori Wilson, okay. Accompanied Flair's son David in his United States champ. So I don't think she ever actually wrestled at all, to be honest with you. No, she did bits and bobs, but I don't know if she ever did actually wrestle or not. Or she's going to wrestle for us. Then we have Nicole Bass. Wasn't necessarily a rip-off of Chyna, to be honest, but she was ECW's big powerhouse female as well. Again, making her debut in our universe mode, so she's got 0 from 0 so far. This one is not the best core in the world, I'm not going to lie to you, but there wasn't many different options, and we had to do it. I mean, it's not terrible. You can tell who it's supposed to be. Well, to an extent, you can tell who it's supposed to be, but there we go, either way. How many times we're going to see the rest of these ladies, apart from Chyna, again in the future, I have no idea. But let's see how they get on. They might impress you. You might want to see more of them. Yeah, Nicole Bass looks like she's had an incredible amount of cosmetic surgery. But here we go then. And of course, this is triple threat rules, so no disqualifications, no countouts, pinfalls and submissions have to take place inside the ring. The winner of this one will take away 3 ranking points, 1 point for the victory and 2 bonus points for defeating multiple opponents. I'll tell you, Chyna, who's in 13th in the rankings, a win here would put her up to 3rd in the ranking system, which would then put it into some of those championship questions in the future, I suppose. Strikes in the face, and oh, Chyna, the big one in the face there of Aysa looks to be the shortest of the 3 ladies. Nicole Bass does seem to be the biggest. There's the cheeky roll-up by Bass. I'm assuming these movesets are not going to be that great because I don't think I'd ever seen Nicole Bass pulling off one of those. Aysa now with Chyna up on the shoulder. I mean, they're all going to have some really good powerhouse maneuvers, I would imagine. Nicole Bass now big slap into the face. And now locking in the headlock on the grounded opponent, Chyna. So this is the second of many matches we've got planned in for you today. Next up, we will have Taka Michinoku versus Ultimo Dragon versus Tajiri. And the winner of that one will go on to join the Giant Baba for an All-Asian Championship match on Sunday at our Invasion pay-per-view, alongside the winner of another match on Saturday, tomorrow evening. Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho, Chris Ben... Nope, that's wrong. Okay, let's get my brain together here. It's not working, is it? Right. Let's go back 30 seconds to start that again. Right. Taka Michinoku, Ultimo Dragon, Tajiri later on. The winner will join Giant Baba for an All-Asian Championship match on Sunday at the Invasion pay-per-view, alongside the winner of tomorrow's match between Hakushi, the Great Muta, and Hayabusa as well. There we go. The match between Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho, and Chris Benoit will give us the third and final person in the Intercontinental Championship match as well, alongside Will Ospreay and Shawn Michaels, it's currently lined up to be. So the pay-per-view itself is looking pretty good at the moment. I say we'll have that All-Asian Championship match, Giant Baba versus the winners of those two matches. We've got Aja Kong, Bull Nakano and Jazz for the Women's Hardcore Championship. At the moment we've got Lio Rush 1-on-1 against Juventud Guerrera for the Cruiserweight Championship. We've got John Moxley 1-on-1 against Tank Abbott for the Underground Championship. And then we will have Rated RKO defending their YouTube Tag Team Championships in a 4-way match, which you guys can vote on at the moment if you haven't already. We've got 3 separate polls on the channel. If you just go to the channel, then go to, is it posts, I think it is? Yeah, go across to posts. That should bring you up to the poll. And then you'll be able to vote on who you want to see. There's 3 separate polls there, so make sure you vote on all 3. One for who represents ECW, one for who represents WCW, and one for who represents WWF. At the moment, WWF is being firmly led by the Hardy Boys. WCW is close. At the moment, the Road Warriors, Animal and Hawk, have 45% of the votes, and the Natural Born Thrillers, Sean O'Hare and Chuck Plummer, are 36% of the votes. And in ECW, the Eliminators, the team of Perry Saturn and John Cronus, have 50% of the votes, but the full-blooded Italians, Little Guido and Tony Marmaluke, are not far off with 33% of the votes themselves. So yeah, make sure you've voted on those 3 polls if you want to be involved. Nicole Bass now dumping Chyna to the outside. So yeah, I mean, this one, I would like to see Chyna get a win here, to be honest. That would force her up, like I said, to the very top of the women's roll, to force into 3rd in the women's ranking, shall I say. Only behind Asuka and Becky Lynch, and putting her just ahead of Thunder Rosa and Rhea Ripley. And that one-on-one match between Rhea Ripley and Chyna could happen in one of our upcoming shows in the future. Strike in the face by Chyna. Now there's the cheeky roll-up on Nicole Bass. There's the pin. And remember, all these companies are currently fighting for superiority as well. At the moment, ECW lead with 13 wins out of the 31 matches we've had. WCW have got 10 victories, and WWF currently trailing on just 8. Look at Chyna. Just throwing people around like nothing. Like they're a piece of meat. Really. I've just received an email to my personal email account from my company saying, happy birthday. My birthday's not for 2 weeks. At least if you're going to give me a happy birthday message work, at least send it at the right time. There's a pedigree by Chyna. That should be enough, but Nicole Bass is up and about to break it up. Boot in the gut now, going to take Chyna up, but Chyna throwing Nicole Bass over the shoulder. And now look at Aysa stacking up Chyna. This is the opportunity potentially. It's only a 1 count. Pin now once again by Aysa. Chyna's back up to her feet though. She should get her in time to break it up. She does. Well, I did actually add an extra match on Sunday as well, by the way. We've got 4 matches on Sunday before the pay-per-view now. We've got Yokozuna versus Giant Haystacks versus Sal Graziano. We have got the Orient Express versus the Midnight Express versus the Rock and Roll Express. We've got Vader versus Sid Vicious versus Mike Awesome. And the new match we've added is Rikishi versus Haku versus Abdullah the Butcher. That running big boot completely flattening Chyna. There's a leg drop I mean, I could move one of those matches to the pay-per-view, to be honest, but I feel like we've got one spot left in the pay-per-view, and I feel like we're going to do what I mentioned last week and potentially do the BWO versus the NWO. Aysa now locking in the submission on Chyna. Chyna sending Aysa off. There's the flapjack. And look at Nicole Bass now with a DDT. That's an opportunity. I mean, that's a very sexual pin she's got there, but it might be enough. Oh, Chyna just about kicks out. There wasn't much in it, was there? Wasn't much in it at all. Nicole Bass now has the sledgehammer, the baseball bat, swinging it at Aysa, but Aysa saw it coming, moved it out of the way. There's the splash by Aysa on the outside. And now look at Aysa slamming Chyna into the barricade. And look at the running big boot by Nicole Bass, flattening Aysa. Oh, straight into the barricade as well. Chyna now heading into the ring. Again, remember, the battle can happen on the outside of this. That's not a problem at all. The battle can do whatever it wants to do, but the pinfall has to take place inside the ring. Nicole Bass now with the strikes, with the steel chair, and now going to take Aysa crashing into the barricade. And look at Bass, there is the elbow drop to the back. Wow. I don't know why Nicole Bass is bringing Chyna. Oh, she's going to finish her off with that big powerbomb. There, that does the trick. And a knee in the face as well. Chyna has been brutalized here. And a running like pump kick right into the face of Aysa. Nicole Bass is showing some good skill here. More than we expected from her. Well, more than I expected anyway. I don't know about you guys. Nicole Bass now sending Aysa right into the ring post. Look at Chyna here. Look at that elbow drop. Completely missed it. And all three ladies back in the ring. This is the opportunity they need. I have to say, this is when it's going to happen, really, isn't it? There's the chop right into the back of the knee. Yeah, so Rey Mysterio did work ECW. Rey Mysterio, Psychosis, and Juventud worked everywhere, I think. It's very super crazy in there. One of the Tiger Masks also worked ECW for a short period of time. That should be fun if we'd use that. Taka Michinoko's in there as well. There's the pedigree once again by Chyna. Nicole Bass is down. Aysa is down. I think Nicole Bass is back up and does break it up. Bass now with the strike in the face and a big clubbing blow against the back as well. And look at that knee strike right in the face. There's some big names that work ECW, actually. I mean, obviously a lot of them are probably short-lived, but you've got people like Sid Vicious, Stan Hansen. Obviously Terry Funk was there for a long-standing time as well. The Rock and Roll Express are in there. Ravishing Rick Rude. The One-Man Gang is in there. Nikolai Volkov. Kevin Sullivan. Of course, some of these people worked very early on before it sort of became Extreme Championship. It was just Eastern Championship Wrestling back then, wasn't it? But Stick Roberts had worked there as well. Obviously, Hayabusa. We got Hawk, but I don't think Animal ever did. No, so just Hawk. Chris Kanyon as well. Crash the Terminator. Is that Animal? No, that's Bill DeMott. Okay. Just ignore that then. Dory Funk Jr. as well, okay. Because I think Dory Funk Jr. and Terry Funk as the Funk brothers, the brothers of Funk, are actually, yeah, the Funks are actually very high up in our tag team divisions. Maybe we'll have to give those a match when we do our ECW. It's the perfect time to do it, isn't it, really? Chyna now taking Nicole Bass up on the shoulders, in with that electric chair drop towards the announce table, but was completely missed. Chyna now in control of Nicole Bass. Looks going to throw it back in the ring, but nope. Continues on the battle. There's the double-handed choke slam. Aysa now throwing Nicole Bass into the barricade. Yeah, they need to get them back in the ring, don't they, really? It's the only way you're going to win the match. And there's the kendo stick right across the back by Chyna on Aysa. Aysa's no-sold it. Turns around, grabs Chyna in with that scoop power slam. And Aysa flattens Nicole Bass. I mean, I'd happily use this Aysa again. It's not bad at all, to be honest. The Nicole Bass is just, yeah. I mean, looking at her, she's not, like, far off. I think they need, if they'd given her more heavy makeup, it might have worked a bit better. Oh, she almost had the bloody win then. She almost had the bloody win. And I think the hair is a bit of a, not the right colour either. But it's not bad. I say, the Aysa's not bad at all. I think, I don't know if any of these are really going to fit the mould too much more in our future shows, to be honest. I say Chyna's the main one. She's on the game anyway. There's the third pedigree of the match by Chyna. She's not going to get the win, though, because Nicole Bass is there to break it up. Aysa now willing Chyna back up to her feet. Sending Chyna off the ropes, and Aysa, oh God, what a slam that was. That was incredible. And there's a big clothesline there by Nicole Bass, who could steal the win here if she goes. No, maybe not. Aysa now dragging Chyna away from the ropes. Another stiff clothesline by Nicole Bass, taking down Aysa. Now going after Chyna, lifts her up above their head. The problem is I think Nicole Bass is also a lot more muscular than this, but I don't think the women have a body type that allows them to be that muscular. Aysa's there to break it up. Oh. I just clicked on something. It turns out that well, she died in 2017, Nicole Bass. She died of a heart attack. I mean, I don't want to make assumptions, but based on the body size, I'm assuming, yeah, she had a bit of a steroid issue by the sounds of it. In 2006, she was hospitalised due to steroid-influenced pancreatitis. As you can imagine, look at the fucking size of her. Nicole Bass now with a big strike into the gut of Aysa. Brings Chyna back up to a standing base. Big boot into the face. I think she might get this win though, you know. She's been pretty damn strong in this one. And with Aysa down and out, Nicole Bass had the opportunity. It was only a 2 count. Aysa, oh my God, look at this. Big vertical suplex on Nicole Bass. There's the pin. Chyna slowly getting back up to her feet now as well though. Chyna able to break it up. And slamming the back of their head of Nicole Bass into the mat. Chyna now slamming her in. They'll take her up to the top. Ooh, boot in the face there by Aysa. Why does it look like she's going to go for a jackhammer? She does go for a freaking jackhammer. I thought I recognised it. So Nicole Bass, she wrestled elsewhere then because she had championships. She held the CWF Women's Championship, the NWA Intergender Championship, and the NWA Jersey Women's Championship as well. So she did wrestle a few times. She was also a bodybuilder as well from 85 through to 97 and won several competitions. And she aligned herself with Just Incredible, Jason Knight and Chastity, and against the feud against Tommy Dreamer, Mikey Whipwreck and Beulah McGillicuddy. And then she did go to WWE as well, Nicole Bass. She was Sable's bodyguard. But Chyna here just... God, look at the blood on these three ladies. They're beating the living crap out of each other now at this point. But Chyna flipping out the back of that backdrop. Taking Bass up onto the shoulder. In with a power slam, back of the head first onto the steel chair as well. And Aysa now locking in the scissors right around the head of Nicole Bass. Trying now with a clubbing blow into the back. Springboard back elbow. And there's the pin now. I mean, Nicole Bass is flat out. This could be Chyna's opportunity after hitting that big. She's got it. Well, there we go. Chyna does pick up the win. I'm glad about that, to be honest. That was the one that I think was the best option for us to win it. That does now put Chyna then up to 3rd in the women's rankings behind only Asuka and Becky Lynch. But she is like 4 points behind Becky Lynch and 5 behind Asuka still. Those two have sort of run away with it a little bit. It also puts her now 1 point ahead of Thunder Rosa and Rhea Ripley. And again, like I said, you've got Beth Phoenix up there on +9 as well. That's a triple threat there for you, you know. Chyna versus Rhea Ripley versus Beth Phoenix. The 3 powerhouses of their generations. That could really be a good match. So we've also got Aysa and Nicole Bass then. So both of them in their debuts get a -1. So there we go. Nicole Bass and Aysa both moved down to -1 from 1 match. Chyna up to +11 from 16, which is actually really good. Because when you look at the 2 ladies above her, yeah, Becky Lynch has got 4 points on her, but Becky Lynch has had 20 extra matches. And Asuka has had 13 more matches. So, I mean, if Chyna wants to have the same amount of matches as the 2 ladies at the top, she might be able to catch them up. But it's a win for WWF, and my God, did they need that. That puts WWF now up to 9 victories overall. WCW on 10 and ECW on 13. Still 4 more big matches to come today, though. Next up, we've got one of our All-Asian Championship #1 contenderships, Taka Michinoku for WWF, Ultimo Dragon for WCW, and Tajiri for ECW. After that, we've got Crash Holly for WWF, Billy Kidman for WCW, and Spike Dudley for ECW. Then we've got Hardcore Holly for WWF, Fit Finlay for WCW, and Stevie Richards for ECW. Before the final match of the day, The Undertaker represents WWF finally against Sting for WCW and Raven for ECW. So it's an interesting set of matches today that really could go either way. Right, I'm going to love you, leave you good night. God bless. I'll be the same favourite to watch, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.